Hi, good morning, and happy Saturday morning. Woo! Yeah, who woke up at 4? Me. And then Penny laid across me, which usually means she needs to go out. So I get up with her and put her off the bed, and she runs to her bed in the office, and I'm like, okay. So I go back to bed, and then she comes back to bed like, I thought we were getting up, and I'm like, no. Every time you lay across me, that usually means you have to go outside. So I thought that's what we were doing. I didn't get the memo. And then Gracie started her messing, running up and down the hall, yelling. She comes right in the bedroom sometimes and yells right at my bed. Helpful. Anyway, I tried to go back to sleep, and I think I sorta, kinda did, but I was having those kind of weird dreams in the moments that I was trying to sleep. Anyway, I had a great time at dinner last night with my bestie and her husband. We sat there for a couple of hours. It's a fish market. It's called Marietta Fish Market. And I had the baby shrimp, and she had the jumbo shrimp, and he had, I forgot what his was called, but his was more like maybe a broiled shrimp, which I may get next time, because he gave me one and it was, oh, so good. Like a garlic butter, and then the sweet of the shrimp. I mean, I'm not that much of a fish eater, but I do like me some shrimp. And I almost got catfish. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I stepped outside the box on that one. But anyway, but it was funny because I gave her the shoes. I was like, before we do anything, take the shoes, because I don't want to forget and get in the car and go home and still have these shoes. So anyway, Operation Car Cleanup is going to be underway, so it doesn't look like I'm living in my car so much. Yeah, maybe. I know a lot of men get really upset when cars get nasty, and they're like, they base your whole personality on the status of your car. Not the make and model, but the cleanliness of your car. And I'm like, no. I keep my house a lot cleaner than I keep my car. And I'm a very hard worker, and I'm an organized worker. But no, that car usually stays trashed. Probably still has sand in it from 82 years ago when I went to the beach, even though I haven't had the car that long. It probably just transferred over from that car 82 years ago. I'm talking nonsense. Anyway, which y'all wouldn't expect anything less of me. Anywho, so we get back out to the parking lot, and Kim had brought me some sunflower heads. She grew a lot of different sunflowers this year, and asked me if I wanted the seeds, and I was like, well, yeah, come on this way, babe. And so she brought me 3, and the heads are about as big around as my head, maybe not that big, but they're pretty big, and they're just full of seeds. So anyway, I'm holding the box under my arm as we're standing there having a conversation about the seeds and what to do with them, how to dry them out, and all that stuff. At first, some sort of bug flew out of the box, right? To which we both screamed. And then she's like, oh, hold on. There's a spider on your shoulder. Now, this is where I am different than my mother. Because my mother would have screamed and probably started ripping her shirt off right there in the parking lot. I didn't do that. I was all calm, cool, and collected. Not really. She said, there's the shoulder. There's the shoulder on your spider. There's a spider on your shoulder. Let me get it. And I turn back and look, and I see it crawling across my shoulder. And I took off running. Like, not running, but, trying to run away from the spider on my shoulder. And she's laughing, saying, would you hold on so I can get it? And I was like, I can't. There's a spider on my shoulder. Yep, my mama would have ripped her shirt off. She would have. Yep, I've seen her do it before. She'd have just ripped it right off, screaming the whole way. I'm not that bad, but anyway, I'll be back. Hi. Okay, so I left the house and I went to Belk and walked through, and they were having quite a good sale on most of their things. So I bought me a new pair of jeans that were on sale for $21, and then I bought me a shirt. It was like 75% off. Okay, that's not true. It was 40% off. The other shirt I looked at was 75% off, but I didn't like it at all, so I hung it back up. Back to the story. So let's see if the jeans, it was like 10 bucks, I think. Because I think my total was like $31 for a shirt and a pair of jeans. Anyway, and then I left the Belk and I came up to Sprouts and I bought a new fruit to try. Because I kind of like the idea of trying something new every week. Someone mentioned that in the comments, and I don't remember who it was because I can't remember the other day, but I can remember 40 years ago. So anyway, no long-term memory issues with me, only short-term. But I like that idea, so I'm gonna try it. Not sure if it'll be today or tomorrow. I'm gonna hope for today, but I don't know how to get into it. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet, but I asked the guy at Sprouts. I said, do you know what this is? And he told me the name of it, and I was like, well, I mean, duh, because that's right there on that sign. I mean, like, what is it? What is it? What am I getting myself into? He said, I think it tastes kind of like between a pumpkin and a strawberry. That sounds delightful. Not, but I bought it anyway because it was, I don't know, $2. I'll try it so you don't have to, right? That's a good tagline, right? I'll try it. Tracy tries so you don't have to. Anyway, but I go to check out. That's very odd. Okay, first of all, why do I run into all these people? I mean, technically, it's probably because I pay attention. I just pay attention. I'm always watching and listening to everything. So anyway, she's gonna buy, the person in front of me is she, gonna buy a new, like a bag, right? Like a bag to put groceries in, because at Sprouts you have to pay 10 cents per plastic bag. So I'm trying to cut down on the plastic bag population. So anyway, oh, it says keep her moving, fella, keep her moving. Okay. So anyway, I gotta put my glass. Why did I take my glasses off? I do this all the time. Anyway, so she says something about buying this one, and he says, now there's 4,200 different bags. And he said, I don't think I would buy that one, because that one opens like in a diamond shape on top, and it doesn't hold a lot of stuff. So if you're gonna buy one, I would buy one of the other ones that has a wider mouth at the top. Makes sense, right? And she was like, nah, put it up, we won't get any. And he says, so you want to use the bags that are 10 cents each? And she said, yeah. And she looks and she goes, it shouldn't take more than 4 bags. He's like, okay. She's like, it's only 40 cents. And I'm like, for 4 plastic bags. But okay, whatever. I don't care what you do with your money. Well, then she bought, like, I think it was like 4 cantaloupe or 4 small melons. I don't know. They look like cantaloupe-ish. And as he rolled them down to her, she picked them up and put them in her purse. All 4 of them. That's going to be a heavy purse. So, anyway, he brings everything else up and he gets it all in one bag. And she was like, wow, you got all that in one bag. And I was like, well, yeah, because you just slammed 4 cantaloupe into your purse. Yeah, because that would have been 2 more bags. Because those little tiny plastic bags that they offer at grocery stores won't hold barely 2 cantaloupes. So, yeah, that would have been 2 more bags. And the bag he gave you was slam full, packed full of stuff. So, technically, you were right. It would have been 4 bags had he bagged them probably how he's supposed to. I don't know. But anyway, and then I rolled up. And I have my bags with me because I have a bag fetish and I take them everywhere with me. And I carried in 2 of my big bags. And that's plenty enough. So anyway, I don't understand. I was standing on this side. And he's like looking at all my stuff. And I said, well, I've got these like sweet potatoes, if you want to put them up there with the vegetables, because I try to lay it all out if I've got time. I don't take the time if I don't have the time, but since I was waiting on her to decide on the bags and all that stuff, then I put all my vegetables together, fruits and vegetables, so that they can be bagged together, so you don't have like a pack of meat with your bananas. I don't know. So anyway, I don't know why, but he said, I'll just hand it to you down here. And I was like, okay. And I go down there, and instead of him putting them inside my bag like they usually do, he scans it and then he hands it to me, and then I put it in the bag. What? Why are we doing this? I don't understand. So then the fruit that I bought, the fruit rolls up, and he's like, what is this? And I was like, I have no idea. And he was like, well, I mean, I know the name of it. And I was like, well, I mean, yeah, me too, but I don't know what's in it. I said by this point, the person in line behind me is listening, because, you know, that's what we do. And this was a dude, and he said, what is it? And I told him, and I said, the guy over there where I picked it up said it tastes between a pumpkin and a strawberry, and he was like, ugh. I was like, I know, but I have to try it anyway. I have to, because that's what Tracy does. Tracy tries. So you don't have to. Yeah. There's several more items that I can try. I don't know if they'll all be in the fruit section. I might have to venture over to the vegetable section to try some different stuff. That's scary. But I also thought about trying things from, I've seen people try, like, you get a box from England of chips and candy and, yeah, you know, whatever. We call them chips. They call them, oh, no, wait, what do they call them? What do you call potato chips? Because you call French fries chips, right? Fish and chips is fries. So, are chips crisps? Is that what y'all call crisps? Crisps. Yeah, I thought about getting that. But with me being a gluten intolerant and allergic to dairy, I don't know how that would go. I don't know how that would work out for me. I mean, typically potato chips are okay, unless they're like sour cream and onion. I can't have that because they obviously have sour cream. So, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I mean, I'll eventually run out of stuff to try. Anyway, If I could reach it, I would show it to you. But it's in the bag on the floor. Let's just say it kind of looks like coconut-ish. But it's not coconut. I said, how do you get into it? He said, I have no clue. I was like, cool. And then he called some other dude over. And he was like, how does she get into this? And he said, Google. I said, you know what? I just had the same thought. I guess I'll just have to look it up on Google. I don't know. Y'all intrigued yet? You should be. It's Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. and I am headed back home. I am at a traffic light, so maybe I can show you my shirt while someone has their radio full blast. There's my jeans. They're just jeans. Nothing fancy to see there. I'm telling you, everything I buy is orange or green, but it's like a nice deep orange instead of the other orange. And it was my receipt. Yeah. I can't read it. I think it says $13. I don't know. It don't matter. I like it. Oh. If it's $13 and it was 75% off, then that seemed like a very expensive shirt, you know? That's weird. Anyway, I'm about to turn on Barrett Parkway, so I'm gonna go for now. I'll be back. Well, that may do it for this one. I'm back home with my girl. She's very happy that I'm back home. She had a very stressful she had a very stressful 2 whole hours that I was gone. It was very stressful. She loves it when her mommy's home. Anyway, and I'm coloring. I got all my coloring stuff out, and there's my Bible. I told Danette that I picked up my Bible to read it, and I can't see it. No. I have got to go get my eyes checked because, I mean, it is kind of small writing. Kind of. But my, and that's my cool little bookmark. Isn't that cool? Sharon gave me that. If it would stop swinging, you could see that it's an owl. It's a magnifying glass, which would help with me reading my Bible since it has such small writing. It could be like a monocle. Let me just pull it out. It could be a monocle. That's not working. Oh, there we go. I can't really see what I'm doing. Anyway, that's going to be it for this one. And I've got to go watch videos on how to deal with the fruit situation that I have. And then I'll try to get out a second one with the fruit situation, if I can figure out the fruit situation. How many times can you say fruit situation in a sentence? A lot, okay? A lot. Okay, that's it for this one. Okay, for those of my friends who follow Patty Loveless on It's a Lemonade Life, she has that video where she said that the other Patty Loveless that sings says in one of her songs, "Get it together, Patty." Yeah, that's what I'm saying right now. Get it together, Tracy. Okay, I'm going to say this with no problem. No, I'm not. Anyway, I would like to ask for you all to pray for my friend Linda and her family because they just found out, I believe yesterday, that her little brother Jason, who has Down syndrome, he's 49 years old, and they just found out he has terminal cancer. He has a large mass on his liver and then fluid surrounding his liver, gallbladder, and something. Anyway, it's not looking good for Jason. So I would ask that you would pray for all of them. It's Jason and Linda, Gary, Danny, and their mom, Barbara. If you wouldn't mind lifting them all up. I'm not going to cry. I'm not. In prayer. And I just want to add what a joy it was to grow up next door to Jason. Children with Down syndrome have the
absolute most amount of love of any human beings on this earth. We were 9 years old when he was born, and he was the absolute tiniest little thing I'd ever seen. I guess it's the first baby I ever saw. But him growing up and running to, hug me, or coming to the yard sale to buy his CDs and going home and playing them at the absolute loudest at the absolute loudest decibel that he could possibly play them at. It was a joy to see him grow up and to know him. So anyway, that's it. Yeah, sure. I did great, didn't I? That's like the 18th time. Anyway, remember that I love you and Jesus loves you, and I hope he's coming back soon. Because people be crazy, and I will talk to you on the next Tracy Tries when we're having some fruit situation. Okay, bye.